Welcome to Marlins Way, where we find Lone Depot Park. The show brings you game one of a big four-game set. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the Miami Marlins. Today, all eyes are on the mound as we've got a pitcher who's been absolutely on fire lately. In fact, in his recent outings, he's been nearly untouchable, Singy.
Oh, you're not kidding, Boog. Opponents have looked lost against this guy, and the way he's pitching, it doesn't look like he's slowing down anytime soon.
And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. All right, just about ready for baseball. And on the mound today, Yuri Perez. What do we have on him?
Well, a very solid ERA last season, just a little over 3. And when you've got a guy like that taking the mound for you, the offense is definitely expected to score 4 runs at least, unless they're really struggling. So more times than not, when he's on the bump, you're going to win the ball game if you just do your part as an offense. So last year, great year. He wants to repeat that or even improve. And I think there is some room for improvement. He's got good stuff. It's just executing from hitter to hitter. 1-2. See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
The shortstop takes the ball. Got him swinging.
Well, that's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from the same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes and very difficult to lay off.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. Fastball for a strike. One out, base is empty. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Ripped to third and caught. Here's the Dodgers lineup now. All right, Singy, how about all the talent in this lineup?
Well, there's a lot of young talent in this lineup. I think as they gel together, gain some maturity over the course of this season, they could be playing October baseball.
2 down, base is empty. Here's Shohei Ohtani. 2 outs, base is empty. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The throw in, and that's a double.
Well, his hot hitting continues. He's been getting great results lately. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
So, runner at second, 2 down. And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. A 2-run homer, his second of the year. It's 2-0.
Power versus power right there, like 2 locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? Well, a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. Powers that fastball out of here.
So 2 down. Here's the veteran outfielder, Teoscar Hernandez. And there's a foul ball.
Well, with this many pitches thrown here in this first inning, I mean, you're giving the other team a really good look. He's going to have to find a way to get some weak contact, maybe a swing and miss, get into that dugout and hit the reset button.
Wait. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. And it's 2-zip. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at Lone Depot Park. And towing the slab in this one, Shohei Ohtani.
Well, if you remember last year, this guy had 19 wins, and that's an impressive number. And hopefully he took into the offseason motivation to get to 20, because anytime you get close to sort of one of those next level benchmarks and don't get there, it's a good thing because you had a successful season, but it also leaves a kind of a bitter taste in your mouth because you didn't get to that level. So we'll see what kind of chip he pitches with on that shoulder this year.
That one off the bad part of the bat, just a lazy fly ball. Taylor snags it on the run. And time now for the Marlins lineup. In that cleanup spot, a key piece for this club, Taylor Ward.
Well, these days we know teams, they put a game plan together for every hitter in a lineup. But a guy like this, they circle him, make sure he doesn't beat you. So they put in a little extra time and effort on how they're going to approach him. He can be a huge difference maker when he's hot. So it's going to be fun to see how they try to work him right here.
Strike two.
He's dealing with a great two-strike hitter right here. The strikeout is not automatic.
Not close with that one, and it's 2-2. Line drive. Taylor hauls it in for the out. 2 away now.
The first baseman,
Here's Lamont Wade Jr.
All around, I think if you asked anyone in this organization who's the best hitter in the lineup, they would say him.
Gets the strike. That was the sweeper.
I mean, that's perfect location right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
And that one hammered. That's got a chance. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. Nothing doing here this half. Second inning coming up here in South Florida. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Marlins nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the start of the inning. The batter now will be Will Smith. Singy, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He is the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
Swing and a ground ball. Fair ball.
These guys today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
Here's Josh Young. And that one is downstairs. And a count 2-1. Swing and a ball hammered right field, going back on its way, and it's off the foul pole for a home run. He flexes his power with that swing. It's 4-0.
Well, he really crushed that thing down the line, and everyone had to hold their breath until it clanked off the pole. And every time that happens, it just kind of feels like a trick shot or something, but really it's just a stroke of luck that it stays fair long enough.
So here's Bader now. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
Not the best location with the fastball on strike 3, but when you're pumping high 90s, you'll get away with some of those. More margin for error. The fastball has become such a huge strikeout pitch in the sport.
Oh, this one high and deep. Way back there. Say goodbye to that one. A solo shot. It's their second home run of the inning, and they add a run. It's 5-zip. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Took on the big part of the yard for that home run and just barely got it over the wall. I thought for a second he brought it back out there too.
Yuri Perez gives way, and the home run really bit him today as he exits on the hook for the loss. New arm coming on after the break. Michael Lorenzen on to pitch out of the pen here.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Still only one out here in the inning. And now it's Mookie Betts. The 1-1 is fouled off. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Turns and fires to Betts. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Already 3 runs across in the frame as we play game 1 of this 4-game series. This one popped up right side. 2 down. Two outs, base is empty. Now the number 2 hitter, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Yep.
Swing and a high fly ball, pretty well struck right field. Freeland raging back towards the wall, hauls it in on the warning track. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working, and the lead is now 5-0. Back after this on the show. Back here in Miami, bottom of the 2nd. Here's the left fielder, Taylor Ward. All right, Singy, you know I'm a dork. Shohei Ohtani, go back to May 5th, 2022 at Fenway Park. He tossed a complete game through 99 pitches. Get this, 81 strikes. It was the most strikes thrown with less than 100 pitches in a game since they started tracking pitch counts.
That's just unreal. Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Line drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Batting 6, the shortstop, Willie.
This is Willie Castro. (3-1) now, and that's a strike.
Full count.
Torrens over at first with 1 away. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Ripped into right center, base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners after a 1-out single. Garrett Mitchell, the next to hit. Tap foul at the plate.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. And this one looks like trouble. 1 run across. Castro around third. Now a relay to the plate. He's safe as he gets his hand in. It's 5-2. That extends his hitting streak to an even dozen, Singy. Do opposing pitchers start to take notice when a guy's on a roll like this?
Yeah, I think so, Boog. It's not like it changes the scouting report on a guy or anything like that too much, but you're aware of who's swinging the hottest bat, and that's definitely him right now.
1 out, runner at second. And up next for Miami, Otto Lopez.
1-2.
Runner at second here, 1 gone. Up the middle, base hit, coming home. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and now just a 2-run deficit.
Right there, he does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
Junior Caminero, the next up for the Marlins. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Man at first, 1 away. That one ripped. Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Now back, the designated hitter, Rojas.
And stepping in is the speedy Johan Rojas. In the air to left center. Hernandez ranging after it. Reaching for it. Makes the catch. 3 runs on 4 hits. No errors. And 1 left on. We played 2 full. It's the Dodgers 5 and the Marlins 3. Top half of the 3rd inning. Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. Pretty amazing athlete this guy is. Power and speed. Quite a threat. I mean, you're talking about someone that could steal your bag and go deep. Bo Jackson, anyone?
He's like Mike Trout. You figure whatever you put in his hand, whether it's a bat, whether it's a golf club, whether it's a basketball, he can do it and get it done. And a rare talent, so much fun to watch.
Got him on the off-balance throw. And 1 away in the top of the 3rd. In steps the polar bear, Pete Alonso.
This is a guy that really has the ability to be more than just a slugger and a home run hitter, but to hit for average, to get.
Dives, but it kicks off his glove. No throw, and they catch a break as they get a base runner at first. 1 gone, runner at first. Now, Teoscar Hernandez. Lined into right, and no one can get there. They fired in quickly, so it's 1st and 2nd with only 1 away.
Back-to-back base hits. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
1st and 2nd, 1 out. Will Smith steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Slider clips the zone. Fair ball. Alonso is waved home. The throw in. Safe at home, and the runner scores from second. It's 6-3.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
2 on, 1 out. And up next for Los Angeles, Josh Young. Big swing and a miss.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Traffic on the bases with 1 already in. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Castro to second. There's 1. Throw off line. He's safe. And a nice job there to keep it from getting away. And now Bader up to the plate. So RBI spot, but Chris, this is a guy that is not really swinging the bat all that well here.
In this situation, you have a real good opportunity to get swings and misses and record a strikeout. I think you attack him in this spot.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. In the air, left field, down the line, and that is a foul ball. That's a base hit as a run scores.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
First and second, 2 outs. Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Tyrone Taylor.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
That misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Rips one to right, and foul ball. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. So it's 2 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a couple left on. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Dodgers 7 and the Marlins 3. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a series where they were red hot at the plate, and a look at the numbers. Swing and a line drive, base hit out of the center field, and the leadoff man aboard.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there.
Against good pitchers, you've got to take advantage of the mistakes. That was right in his wheelhouse, and he didn't miss a stitch.
Man at first, nobody out. Lamont Wade Jr., the next up for the Marlins. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. That's back there. And that's a home run into the upper deck. Into the second deck it goes. His 4th home run of the season. It's 7-5. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Taylor Ward, the next up for the Marlins. Right back to him on the mound. The throw to first. Out. 1 gone, bottom of the 3rd inning.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Luis Torrens, the next up for the Marlins. 2 runs across in the inning here in the last half of the 3rd. Outside, 3-1.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Right through there for a strike.
Full count.
Swing and a ball line to center. Bader makes a nice grab at a full sprint.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time, as that was a hard hit liner, but a nice job of covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time.
And a base hit up the middle. And that keeps the inning going.
Boog, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Garrett Mitchell, the next up for the Marlins. That's a laser base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second, 2 on now with 2 away.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad jump. Those small moments can be costly.
So 2 on with 2 away. Now it's the second baseman, Otto Lopez. This to third, Young. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. Marlins get a bit closer on this homer. It's now 7-5. You're dialed into the show. Back here at Lone Depot Park, out of the 4th. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Mookie Betts. On the ground, out to short. Throw is high and over his head, and it's going to wind up out of play.
Well, he just tried to force a play that wasn't there. Ends up a single and a throwing error. So now they have to deal with a runner in scoring position. You know, good communication on the field can make a big difference on a play like that.
The batter now, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Hit in the air out to center field. Mitchell sizing this one up. Hauls it in for the out.
Now batting, designated hitter,
So up next, Shohei Ohtani.
Well, the way these two teams have battled in this game, you know you need more. Got to continue to add runs if you're going to get out of here with a win.
Struck him out without a swing. Fastball at the letters, frozen for strike 3.
Well, you got to be ready to swing the bat with a runner in scoring position and 2 strikes. Just put the ball in play somewhere and you got a chance. Very frustrating for him, I'm sure. See if the next guy can pick him up.
Here's Pete Alonso. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. And that is that. So the Dodgers leave one. They're still up 7-5. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. The pitch. Outside.
You know, these Marlins doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. And here's a stat for you, Boog. They're making contact with more than 85% of the pitches that they're swinging at. It's pretty special stuff. Not so good if you're out there on the mound.
And that one in the air center field. One down.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Out to short. Betts fires to first on the run. It's there, and that's a great play.
The right fielder, number 10, Sal Frelick.
Now it's the right fielder, Sal Frelick. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. 2 down, nobody on. Laser could be trouble. Around first and hustling for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
So here's Wade now. Out to short. Betts whips it to first. And that is that. One left for Miami. They're down 2, 7-5. And we're back. And now Teoscar Hernandez. And that one pulled foul. Teoscar goes down on strikes.
No, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
And up to the plate is Will Smith. Swings through that one for strike 2. Base is empty, one away, and we're at the top of the 5th. That's down and in. And it remains 2-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Yeah, that's a tough pitch to stay on. You don't want to get beat inside, and as you see that pitch continue to run away from you, by the time it's in the catcher's mitt, you think it's a ball off the plate away.
Two down, base is empty. Now the third baseman, Josh Young. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Dodgers go down quietly. They lead at 7-5. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now the left fielder, Taylor Ward. That one misses. 3 balls and a strike. The Dodgers bullpen with some action. Ryan Yarbrough, the lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. Edwards, the right-hander, also getting loose. And a 3-1 on the way. Breaking ball in there for a strike.
Full count.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Pitch count's getting up there now, and not saying that's the reason for this walk, but this is the point in the game when every sign of wavering starts to get everyone's attention.
This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Brings it in, and there's one down.
Up next with the Marlins, the shortstop, Willie.
And now the shortstop, Willie Castro.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
Not in time. He's safe.
Everything came together for him. Absolutely smoked that baseball. What a swing. Sent it out way faster than it came in, of course. 113 off the bat, and no matter where you hit it at that speed, it's tough to make a play on.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Ohtani will depart. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher. A new pitcher in the game, Gavin Stone.
So at this point of the ball game, we're talking about middle innings, and you need a little length out of this arm coming out of the bullpen. We'll see just how many outs he's able to give his skipper.
And now the center fielder, Garrett Mitchell. 2 on, 1 out. On the ground, 2 ball. Betts to second, double play. What a twin killing to end the inning.
They made it look easy, but it started with a nice feed to the second baseman from the shortstop. Perfect turn, and they're out of this jam.
New pitcher for the Marlins, Declan Cronin.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
The right fielder, number 15, Tyrone Taylor.
And now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Tyrone Taylor. He launched a solo shot back in the second inning of this one.
Yeah, that was big for these guys early on. Definitely helped them get off onto the right foot.
Nobody out. Runner at first. Now fly ball to right center. Drops in for a hit. Couldn't run it down. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
A couple of singles back to back. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
Back to the top of the lineup. Now it's the Dodger leadoff hitter, Mookie Betts. Next offering is fouled back. The 1-2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. But with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate. So very difficult to get the barrel on.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And there's 2 away.
Good pitch right there. I mean, he's attacking a location that this guy at the plate tends to have trouble with. And there's just so much information in this day and age, sometimes too much information. But the guys that can take that information, process it, and then go out there, Boog, and execute the pitch, go right after that hitter, and get the result that they were anticipating.
Yep.
That's really good pitching right there. It's a good job of the pitcher and the catcher working together.
On the ground right side. Whips it to first.
That's an out.
And that is that. So they strand a pair. 8-9-1 scheduled in the bottom of the 6th. It's the Dodgers 7 and the Marlins 5. Well, we go bottom 6. Here's the second baseman, Otto Lopez. The 1-1 is fouled off. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that's the first out.
Now batting, third baseman,
And now for the Marlins, Junior Caminero. The Marlins down by a pair here in the bottom of the 6th. A changeup missing, and that's ball 3. Activity in the bullpen for the Dodgers. Robert Stevenson appears to be getting loose. Scott, the lefty, warming up as well. One down, base is empty. Right through there for a strike.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
And that's ball 4. Tried another slider, but it missed the plate.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Back to the top of the Miami order, Johan Rojas will hit next. Fought off foul. That one the other way. Dives, and he can't hang on. And the lead runner has to hold on at second.
Now, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. Just a really nice approach to shoot that line drive to the opposite field. There's a lot of hard work and discipline that goes into getting a result like that at the plate. Doesn't come naturally for most hitters.
And I think Dave Roberts is coming out of the dugout. Gavin Stone will depart, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this. New pitcher for the Dodgers, Ryan Yarbrough. This southpaw's been really good against left-handed hitters. First and second, one out. And now the right fielder, Sal Frelick. Swings through that one out in front that time.
1-2.
One at second. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice.
Well, that's great hustle out of the box to get down the line, knowing that a double play will end the inning. Good job at the finish, reaching out for the bag. Now they got runners on the corners and still an opportunity to pick up some runs.
And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. Wade digs in now. Chisholm in plenty of time to first. That's the inning. Excellent work out of the Dodgers bullpen there. We're through 6 full. It's the Dodgers 7 and the Marlins 5. Back here in Miami, top of inning number 7. Now it's the Dodger cleanup hitter, Pete Alonso. And now it's even up.
2-2.
Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
This one high in the air to left center. Mitchell has this one sized up, puts it away for the out. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Base is empty, one away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Two now. Ground ball left side. And Hernandez is out.
Up next is the catcher, Will Smith.
2 outs, base is empty. Will Smith to the plate. Next
Ball.
offering upstairs.
2-1.
And a big swing and a miss.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Dodgers 7 and the Marlins 5. Robert Stevenson into the game.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
The left fielder, Taylor Ward.
Line drive caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Now here is Willie Castro. Tying run at the plate. Out towards right center field. Bader settles underneath it. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 2 away.
Number 5.
Garrett Mitchell, the next up for the Marlins.
So he came up clutch earlier in this ball game and really just needs to take the same approach. Think hard right back up the middle.
Left field, way back there. One hops off the wall, should be extra bases. Terrens around third, the relay to the plate, and he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Textbook defensive execution right there. Outfielder hits the cutoff relay throw to the plate. A perfect strike and a great way to end the inning.
Back here at Lone Depot Park, here's the third baseman, Josh Young. A little out front there as he swings through it.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Towards first, and that's a fair ball.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
And that's a fair ball. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. Turned on it nicely. Definitely a little out in front of the pitch, but he didn't hook around it too much and was able to keep it fair down the line.
Tyrone Taylor steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Rocketed out towards right center. Lunging, but can't bring it in. Frelick hustles to get it in. Stop sign goes up at third, and the bases are loaded.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field.
Declan Cronin done for the night, and he leaves with the bases loaded, so he'll look for some help from his teammate coming in behind him. So the Marlins go with a new arm, George Soriano.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
Here's Mookie Betts. Off the mark there. 2-1. It's in and out of his glove. Gets off a throw, and it's in time. It wasn't the smoothest play you'll see today, but they still get the out. And now Jazz Chisholm Jr.
You have to stay disciplined in these at-bats. Try not to chase. A strikeout here is the last thing you want.
And that drops in for a strike. The Dodgers threatening. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. pulled the string on the changeup.
Big strikeout right there, and that kind of takes the pressure off the defense a bit. Infield was in, so now they can move back, give themselves more time on a grounder to make a play. A lot more ways to work out of this and strand that runner at third now.
And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. Shohei Ohtani now at the plate. Back to work, 3-2 now. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Two men left stranded, but they do push across one. Last half of the eighth coming up. It's the Dodgers 8 and the Marlins 5. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the eighth, Tanner Scott.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
The 1-1. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Touches down. That's a hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
The third baseman, number 60, Junior Caminero.
Now the third baseman, Junior Caminero. Grounder might be two. To Betts at second for one. Over to Alonso. Double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
And next is the designated hitter, Johan Rojas. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Bader sizing it up. Makes the catch, inning over. And we're back, all set to start the ninth in this one. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Pete Alonso. And that's too high. Started to go at the 2-1. Appeal down to first. He went around, according to Carl Dixon. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Mitchell moving back. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. Teoscar Hernandez getting ready to hit.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely. Try to hit the ball out of the park. Do what he loves to do.
And a 1-2. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
I'm not sure that was the exact location the pitcher wanted, but it worked. He got the swing and miss, and I'm sure a bit of sigh of relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
And the batter now, Will Smith. Next offering upstairs. Josh Young would be next if they can extend the inning.
And he's homered already, so I'm sure he'd love a chance to do some more damage here.
Right through there for a strike.
Full count.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with a fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. So they make short work of them there. 2-3-4 set to hit in the bottom of the ninth. It's the Dodgers 8 and the Marlins 5. Evan Phillips comes on trying to close it out.
Save opportunity for him right here, and he's their guy. Time to lock this one down and get out of here with the W.
Sal Frelick digs in now. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. Toss to Alonso, and the leadoff man retired here in the ninth.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
He's 2 outs away. And at the plate for Miami, Lamont Wade Jr. Swung on, belted. Way back there. Going, gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they cut into the lead. It's 8-6. Singy, that's his 99th career homer.
Well, he's probably already thinking about the next one, and don't want to think too hard because you'll start to struggle. 100 is a really nice number to get to, though. Lightning fast hands to be able to hit that velocity fastball on the inside part of the plate. In my experience, when you're looking out over the plate, allowing the ball to travel, it's pure reaction to hit a pitch in that location. That's a tremendous swing.
Here in the bottom of the ninth, 1 out. Now here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, Taylor Ward. Out to short, Betts. And the Marlins with just 1 out left.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
Luis Torrens, the next up for the Marlins. 2-run game with 2 away here in the bottom of the ninth. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
2-2.
The Fish down to their final strike. Hauls it in, and that's the ball game.
These players know they have a long series ahead of them, but they come out, establish, and set the tone in the first game of the series. Very important to get that. Put you in the driver's seat to win game 2, and then push yourself to a series win, if not a sweep.
Final score of 8-6 in this one. Dave Roberts and company celebrate in the dugout. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.